YouTube, Engineer Boy 100. Well, today I decided to change my oil and clean my air filter and do some other light maintenance when I noticed my serpentine belt is drying and cracking. So guess what? I'm going to be changing that today too. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to point out some basic details about the routing of the serpentine belt, how to change it, and just basically some little things that can help people maintain their vehicles and avoid on the highway, let's just say, inconveniences. You can check right here. You can see it's nice and cracked, dried. So I always keep a spare on hand. So I'll change it out and then I'll replace the spare. Let's get right into it. So in addition to the other things that I mentioned earlier about doing the oil, doing the air filter, changing the belt, a lot of times people will post questions about squeaking noises and, you know, different little noises in here, and they want to find out where they are. Many times those noises are coming from one of the idler pulleys, and on this vehicle there are 3. They're pretty easy to find. They're right in a row. Here's number 1, here's number 2, and here's number 3. So those pulleys have a bearing in them. They get old, they dry out, and they start to squeak. So changing those can solve problems and save you a lot of money if you DIY. So let's get on with this and change out this serpentine belt. Wow, check this out. In changing my serpentine belt, look what I see on the side of my water pump. Coolant leakage. See that pink powder? That's coolant. So now I gotta change my water pump again. It has been years, but shoot, I wasn't planning on doing this. I'm not gonna show you guys, but yeah, this is another good reason to do regular maintenance. Change your serpentine belt, change your oil, change your air filter, change your, different components for regular routine maintenance. You'll see other stuff. So there you go. Now I gotta change my water pump. I'm glad I found it though. But shoot, more work. Alright, I got the belt off. As you can see, it's pretty cracked up all the way around. It feels pretty supple on the back side, so it's probably okay, but I don't like that, so I'm changing it. So this top plate, if you take the 2 Torx out, it makes it a little bit easier to get the belt off. And as you can see, I've got coolant all the way around leaking out of that water pump. So gonna have to change that out, but that's going to be another day. Anyway, that was just a little tip, make it easier. Take those 2 Torx screws off of there. You see, I don't know what size they are. Let me go get the size real quick. Okay, yeah, those 2 screws are T20s, Torx T20s out of there. So out with the old, in with the new. I'm just gonna put that new serpentine belt on for now so I can park this thing in the garage till I can get up on the lift. Well, you see, because I gotta drop the engine down to access that water pump. So I think it's gonna probably be better not on the lift, on the ground. Probably be better on jack stands or something. So I'm on the ground. Anyway, let's finish this serpentine belt video that's taking way too long, and get on to the next one. Alright, so first things first, in order to put a new serpentine belt on, you got to take the old one off. So this is the tension release on the tensioner pulley. It is 15 millimeters, and I use a short extension. That's what I recommend. 15 millimeter socket and a ratchet. Now you put it on here, you're going to rotate it clockwise. Okay, we're going to rotate it this way, all the way down, like so, and see, it'll release that tension, and you can take the belt off. Now, the way I do it is, it's hardest to get it on the water pump one. So actually, it doesn't matter if you do it, take it off first, but put it on that one first. So when I put it back on, I'm gonna do that one first, and then I don't know if it's the alternator or the air conditioning compressor that you want to put it on last, or maybe the tension pulley even, because I've done it that way. So we'll see. When I put it back on, we'll see. I'm gonna give you a map right now. Here's a map of how the tensioner The serpentine belt is routed around the tensioners. Okay, there's your map. And then I will try to find a link for a replacement part number, and a link, I guess, either on Amazon or somewhere. Don't hold me to it. I haven't found that yet, but I'll try. So let's go ahead and take this off and get the new one. Alright, so here's the new belt. I went with Master Pro. Let's see, part number is K060900, something like that. So I'm going to pop this out. And now the fun part, I got to get it around that water pump first. So I'm going to lift this little thing up and just try to work it around. Yikes. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain, but you just got to stick to it, try to get one edge going around. And you might have to use a screwdriver. Don't damage your belt doing it. Okay, don't damage your belt. But you just kind of gonna work it around and get it around that water pump first. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you how to actually put the final piece on. Alright guys, I got it wound most of the way around. Get this up here so you can hear me. And as you can see, I don't quite have it on the AC compressor, and I don't quite have it on the tensioner. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna release the tension and see if I can get it on both of these at the same time. So here we go. Gonna kind of try and work these, get enough slack in this whole system. What I think I should do is probably do the AC first. Get this all the way down, get as much slack as I can get on the AC. It'll be past that lip, okay? And then loosen it up a little bit and do the tensioner like so. And you kind of have to work it a little bit and make sure you have them in the grooves and you have all of your slack, and you just push it on like so. It's like that, a little working back and forth, and then make sure everything's lined up too. Make sure they're in the actual pulleys, and there you go. But I'm going to have to change that pump. I think that it's not on all the way down here. I'm gonna loosen this up and try and push it on a little bit better. It's not all the way on the pump. But anyway, these are the fiddly details you're gonna have to do to change your serpentine belt. I think that's all the way on. Give you guys a little peek. See if you can see that my belt is all the way on. So I'll give you a quick little look around. As a matter of fact, I'll just use the same camera. Let me see here. If I can get this off here. Get this off. There you go. So as you can see, there's my leaky water pump down there. I have it on that pulley, squared up. Then I have it up here on the alternator, and you have it in the track here on your air conditioning compressor. These are your idler pulleys. This is idler pulley, this is idler pulley, and this is your tensioner pulley with the 15mm nut right there. Then over here is your power steering pump pulley, and of course down in the bottom in the middle is your crank case pulley. Okay, and the way I did it is, like I said, I put it around the water pump first, then I went across the bottom, across the crank, and across, I took it up over here, and then I took it across the bottom, the crank and the power steering pulley first. Okay, and then I worked it back around this way, and finally these two. Finally these two here. And that's the order that I did it. But you got to be patient, and you got to kind of twist it, and you got to be a little bit mechanically inclined. I can't tell you every detail because it is fiddly. So if you haven't done it before, be patient, or get a buddy who has done it before to help you first, because it's not straightforward for a beginner type person. Anyway, that's serpentine belt change. finish up this oil change. You can see my oil filter sitting there in the middle of that. I'm gonna clean my air filter and re-oil it. It's K&N, and then put it back together and put it in the garage. So I wait until I change my water pump. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.